Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Steph from the High Moving Podcast, and it seems like the gloves are off between Stephe A Smith and Paul George. So, Paul George was on his podcast with Jackie Long, referring to a statement Stephe A Smith had made a few months ago during the playoffs about Kawhi Leonard, basically should retire. And Paul George was like, Stephen A, you never played. He never played. You know what I'm saying? He's not qualified to talk about this type of stuff. Stuff that Stephen A Smith has heard before. And look, I don't agree with Stephen A Smith on a lot of things, but I mean, at the end of the day, he has been covering the sport for a while. You know what I'm saying? So he does have some credibility a little bit, just out of respect for his, journalistic background. Clearly he's more of an entertainer now, but you know what I'm saying? Because I disagree with a lot of things Stephen A Smith says, but at the same time, though, I mean, I'm not a journalist. I haven't been in NBA locker rooms and a beat writer like he has, right? So Stephen A Smith decides to clap back. I'm going to play a clip of it, and I'll get right back to you guys.
Paul George, did you know that you're the 34th highest paid athlete in the world, according to Forbes magazine, for the year 2023? $51.5 million total. $9.3 million in endorsements. I could say I'm waiting for a championship, Paul George, for that kind of money. But I happen to believe you would have had one had it not been for your injuries, because I think you're that gifted. So I'm not going to disrespect you like that. Plus, I got love for you. Did you know that Kawhi Leonard is number 35 on the list? Last year, $50.5 million total. $8 million in endorsements the year 2023. If you combine your money with his money, that equates to $102 million in salary and $17 million in endorsements for a franchise that went the 228 NBA players have played more games than you. You're at 189 games over the last 4 years. 297 players have played more games than the 161 games Kawhi Leonard played over the last 4 years. Do I need to continue? Everybody saying no.
So Stephen A has a point, and I know people are like, oh, he's pocket watching X, Y, and Z. I mean, these salaries are public, okay? And listen, I'm not a Clippers fan. I'm a Suns fan, okay? But at the same time, I like teams that are healthy. I like teams that have star power. It makes the league exciting and interesting. And like when the Clippers are healthy, they add an incredible mix to the level of competition. Like, yo, when this team is healthy, they can compete. Clearly, we saw how they were against my Suns team. I mean, listen, without Paul George, if Kawhi Leonard was healthy, you know what I'm saying, and to finish out this series, that series could have gone 7 games, if not 6, and the Clippers would win, right? I mean, the Clippers have been just like the Spurs are the genesis of load management, and it seems like wherever Kawhi Leonard goes, it's outside that 1 year in Toronto, which they definitely load managed, but he played more games. I mean, look, he was looking to, to be a free agent, get a contract, and he mustered up. And then ever since he's been in LA, he's been injured. And then same for Paul George, and it's not like the tickets get cheaper for the Clipper fans. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they still got to pay full prices. They don't get discounted tickets because Paul George and Kawhi Leonard are not in the lineup. I mean, you don't have to be a pro athlete or have played in the league to see that clearly there's a problem with this team staying healthy. And he's brought up the fact that they've made a lot of money in endorsements and money continue to collect checks through their contract. You know what I'm saying? And there's reports now that the Clippers are going to be hesitant on when to extend these guys, specifically Kawhi Leonard. You know what I'm saying? Kawhi Leonard, when he's healthy, he's a top 10 player, itching top 5 easily. You know what I'm saying? But again, that caveat, if healthy. Paul George, when he's healthy, he's a top 20 player. You know what I'm saying? But they can't stay on the court. You know what I'm saying? And it's a problem for the NBA. It's clearly a problem for Steve Ballmer, the owner of the Clippers, as they build a new arena. You know what I'm saying? And want to fill those seats. and have, you know, their premier players, Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, stay healthy. I mean, even Ty Lue has come out saying that, look, this season, this up and coming season, let's try to get these. He said he spoke to Paul George and Kawhi, basically saying, yo, we need to like make these games count early on instead of trying to rest so early, so that we can win, stockpile some wins, and then try to rest towards the end of the season once they have their seeding and positions kind of locked in right now, you know, locked up at that point, right? So even Ty Lue has a sense of urgency. He's getting fed up. He's the head coach. He's not going to want to say anything to ruffle any feathers for the star players, but these injuries have been a problem. And I mean, I'm not saying these injuries are not legit, you know what I'm saying? But they're just very brittle. It's always with these guys all the time. You know what I'm saying? So I can understand the frustration for Clippers fans, Ty Lue, the owner. A lot of pressure on the Clippers to succeed this year. If not win a championship, make a very deep playoff run, and they just got to be healthy. But clearly, the front office of the Clippers is not willing to cut the check on the extension just yet. And I know, look, when they're free agents, I'm sure some team is gonna pick them up, and it's gonna be the same thing over again. I mean, these guys gotta prove, can they be healthy for a duration of a season with the Clippers? You know what I'm saying? I mean, Stephen A listed off the amount of games they've missed and the money, and yeah, it's a problem. As an NBA fan, it's a problem. You know what I'm saying? When the Clippers aren't healthy, the league is less exciting. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's pretty entertaining enough, but it makes it more exciting when the Clippers are in the mix of things, right? So, you know, for Paul George to come at Stephen A Smith, that I don't agree with. You know, he just doesn't like Stephen A Smith, and I get it, you know, because Stephen A Smith is a loudmouth and he's going to call it how it is. But I think just from an NBA fan, sports fans perspective, he's right on the money with this, right? So look, I don't agree with him in a lot of things, but this, I'm on his side with, you know what I'm saying? I think a lot of sports fans and Clippers fans can agree on this one thing with Stephen A Smith, that your boys can't stay healthy, man. And it's been a major problem. You know what I'm saying? This load management's taken, it's just been crazy how players have done load management. It's just Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, they load manage a lot. Clippers done all the load management, I mean, this past season they could, and it still didn't net them anything positive. So anyways, let me know what y'all think about this. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching the video. I'm out.